What's up, divas? Welcome back to my channel. So today is December 8th and this is the 8th day of my Vlogmas, and I'm just gonna let you know my Vlogmas has taken a left turn. So I had all these wonderful things planned for Vlogmas, and at this point I have been stuck at home. So this video is going to be the story of my experience with COVID. This is actually going to be my COVID story. Okay, so I just tested positive for COVID, and I was a little hesitant about coming on to really talk about it, you know, but might as well. So let's go all the way back to the beginning, where it all kind of started from. Okay, so actually I did a video. It was a day in the life where I was taking you guys on my day as a teacher, and if you go back to that video and you kind of pay attention, you will see that there was a slight cough or a slight sniffle here and there. I didn't notice any of it at the time when I was taping. I just really didn't think about it. For those of you who actually watch my videos, I do have an issue with smoking, and every so often I will hop in my car and I will smoke, and when I do that, and depending on how much I do smoke, it will bother my lungs, so I will kind of cough. So that day, when I did a cough, I thought it was just me clearing my throat, or, you know, just whatever I was feeling. I thought that it was because I was smoking. I really just didn't think anything else of it. So I get to work and I get a call from my son, who tells me that, you know, he's experiencing headaches, he's not feeling good, so on and so forth. So I told him to, you know, don't worry about going online. He pretty much stays home and he works from home. But that day, you know, just stay home, don't worry about it. I'll send a message to your teachers. So I thought it was just, you know, okay, he's not feeling well. But anytime I find that somebody's not feeling well, I do want them to get tested. So that day, his dad was off. Okay, so I wanted his dad to take him to get a COVID test. He had experienced headaches in the past, and I wanted to get a test, but every time I get off from work, then the testing sites are nearly closed. Okay, so I had never really gotten an opportunity to do that. And I try to test myself regularly. I like to test myself more than what I was testing myself. If I could do it once a week, I'd do that. Okay, but anyhow, he was the first one. Then as the day progressed, I got a call from my granddaughter's mom saying that her daycare put her in isolation and that she had a fever and that she was sent home. Okay, so that's alarm bell number 2 for me. I think everybody needs to go get tested. Okay, so being that my granddaughter, she was not close to my job, and I'm one of those proactive people. I like to get stuff done right away. I don't want to wait. I know that it was going to be kind of difficult for me to get my son, and it was going to be difficult for me to get her. So I already knew I wanted to go and get my test. So I was already planning to get a test right after work. Now, I called my son afterward, after I found out about my granddaughter. I called him and I told him, make sure you have your dad to take you to get your COVID test. Well, I'm talking to him via text, okay? So he texts me back and he says, well, Dad is not feeling good. He's in the bed and he's hot and he's sleeping. Okay, well, that's alarm bell number 3 right there for me. We're done. I'm done. I'm definitely getting a test at this point. So I got on the phone. I contacted my boss and let them know it sounds like there's sick people at the house. I'm going to get a test, and I got the approval to work from home the following day. So I left and I got my COVID test that Thursday. I got my test results back, and I was positive. Now, where on earth, did I get this? Okay, so now, the fact that I'm positive, I'm sure everybody else is too. So now I'm alerting everybody, hey, we all got to get tested. So, sacked everybody in the car the next day, took everybody to get tested. I informed everybody that was at my Thanksgiving dinner, everybody that I knew of, hey, I tested positive. You guys need to go get tested. Okay. So one of my sons went and got tested. His came back positive too. Okay. My granddaughter's mother got tested. Hers came back negative. I'm still waiting on test results for the 3 that I rounded up and took to the testing site. So my husband, he was antsy. He needed to know. So he went and did a rapid test. His came back positive. My son came back negative. Okay, so we've got several positive people and a few people who are negative, and I'm still waiting on my granddaughter's test to come back. So hopefully hers is negative as well. But now I'm not feeling, let's talk about my feelings. Let's talk about like the symptoms and what I'm feeling. Pretty much what I'm feeling at the moment is, it almost feels more like a slight cold, okay? I find that my nose will run more when I have my mask on. It may get a little stuffy if I'm sleeping. The day after I took my test, I had soreness in the muscles and soreness and a little pain on my back and my chest area. My skin felt extremely sensitive to the touch. It was really weird how it felt. It was almost like I guess like a sunburn or something. Like it was just some kind of strange sensitive feeling that I had in my skin. So those were pretty much most of the symptoms that I was feeling. It really affected my husband because before he was tested, when I came home that day, he was in the bed. I had to take him so that he could feed the horses, and he looked like he was about to pass out. He was, stumbling and wobbling all over the place and looking like he was drunk. So, it looked like it really got into him, that first day that I was actually tested. Now, just think, had no one been sick, had no one called me saying I'm sick, I was sent home, nothing, and if I saw none of these signs, whatever few little signs I saw of myself, I would have paid absolutely no attention to, because I would have just chalked it up to I was smoking. Okay. I don't go around a lot of people. I do not, number one, I don't have a lot of family like that I hang out with. I don't go to people's houses. I pretty much go home and work and home. And that's pretty much it. Okay. The people that I'm around are, my immediate family, the people that are in my house, my children, and that's pretty much it. Okay. So to really pinpoint where we could have possibly gotten it from, The only thing I can possibly think is that I can go back to maybe Thanksgiving. Okay, Thanksgiving, I was so caught up in the idea of the holiday and the festivities and the fact that I had a whole week off, and I'm just really just trying to enjoy myself. This was going to be the first time that my son was back from college for a Thanksgiving, and it looked like we were actually going to celebrate a Thanksgiving at home, because we normally don't celebrate Thanksgiving at home. Yeah, I was really pretty excited about the whole situation. So the people that I normally would be around for Thanksgiving were around me. But there were a few additions, okay? My son invited a friend. You know, he did tell me, he asked me if he could invite this person. I did not know him. You know, he had, you know, I went ahead and said, okay. I was told that his grandmother had passed, and I felt bad, you know, and I just felt like, okay, well, you know, it's the holiday. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sure. Okay, but I don't know the person. All right. So I think that was mistake number one. I probably should not have said yes to that. It should have been immediate family. Just the people that I interact with. And I'm not really trying to say that he gave us anything, you know. I'm just saying that because it was a holiday event, this is not somebody that I normally interact with, and I should not have allowed him to come because I never interacted with him. That would have been just one less person that you've got to try to figure out where you got it from. Okay, so I just basically had a whole Thanksgiving whodunit. You know, I mean, I could sit and look around the table and say, okay, well, you know, if you really think about it, people, everybody kind of has their own life. Okay, we all go out, we all have to go to work. We're all interacting with people there. We're all interacting with people who are our friends. Now, the kids, when you have younger adult children, they're going to have friends that they're going to be around. They're going to feel invincible. They're going to, you know, they may let their guard down with people. So then that's more exposure to you. Okay. Then, like I said before, we all have jobs that we go to. Now, with my job, I only have a few students in each class. Mostly everybody's online, and we're all distance. We all have our masks on. So the likelihood of me getting something there, I feel, is a little bit slim, only because I wasn't around anybody there. I go out for lunch. Okay. I'm not in people's faces and in their space and talking to them for long periods of time. So I really don't think that I really got it from there. Now, this is something that really annoys me. Okay, my husband, I guess because I'm the first one to go and get the test and I came up positive, then it's almost like, oh, you're the super spreader. Wait a minute. I got the test because I wanted to find out, be proactive and find out, okay, do we have something? And if we do, we need to quarantine. All right. But I keep getting the finger pointed at me like, oh, you're the super spreader. And, you know, I overheard him talking to somebody saying that, you know, I'm the one who passed it on. And the other person says, oh, well, she's out there running around without a mask. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait, whoa. First off, I'm not hanging out. Second, I wear a mask. Third, I'm just the one that went ahead and got tested. Okay. What would you say had you been the one to get, I mean, he would have said the same thing probably had he been the first one to get tested. Who knows? But anyhow, I don't know. What was the takeaway on this? The takeaway, I guess, at this point, especially considering, you know, it's Christmas time, it's a holiday season. Everybody wants to be festive and around their friends and having Christmas parties and doing all sorts of stuff. I think that we really have to be mindful of the fact that we're in a pandemic, okay? And these are not normal times. So we cannot act like we normally would if there were no pandemic, okay? Some things that I probably would have changed. Number one, I would not have invited anybody to my house that I did not know and that I do not, under normal circumstances, interact with. I would have shut that down if I were thinking. So I'm just letting you guys know out there, if you're planning to have an event, don't bother doing it. Cancel it, okay? That's number one. I mean, best practice number one, cancel your event. Just don't even bother having it. Two, if you are going to have it, just have it with the people that you normally come in contact with. And I'm talking people who literally live in your house, okay? Three, if you're able to do this, and I know it's really tough when you're in your own living environment, wear your mask. Just go ahead and wear your mask. I mean, you wear it outside, wear it inside too. That's just one more protective barrier to keep you from catching something, okay? And I guess those are probably the three biggest takeaways for me that I have. And I guess, you know what? I'm going to add an extra one, number 4. Okay, I'm going to give you a fourth takeaway on this. Don't ignore those signs. If you see something, you know, if you feel like you have a little sniffle, a cough, oh, it seems like a little bit of a cold, go ahead and get tested. It's better to get tested and find out that you're negative than to not get tested and be positive and run around spreading it to everybody around you, okay? So definitely be responsible this holiday season is where I want to go with this. Be responsible, and keep this disease in mind, okay? That it can get to you, okay? And the scary part about it is you just don't know how your body is going to react to it. Like right now, I mean, I've heard of people who have gotten it and they've been just fine. I mean, it doesn't sound like they had any problems. They just went right on through it, no issues. And then you have some people who are nearly on their deathbed. So you just really don't know how you're going to react to it. So yeah, those are my 4 takeaways from this whole experience. As far as my Vlogmas situation is concerned, I'm pretty much in quarantine until I get a negative test. So that's probably even after the 14th or something like that. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna try to keep making the videos, but it's really getting a little difficult for me, because, you know, I'm working, I'm trying to do it with my son, and then I'm also, I don't vlog like this. I don't do daily vlogs. This is pretty tough. It was a challenge and I'm trying. So let's see if I can keep going. I don't know. But I did want to come on and just kind of tell you guys where things were, how things were going with that situation. You know, I thought about it long and hard before I actually came on, and I did want to share those things. But anyhow, I hope that all of you are safe and well, and I hope that you keep my 4 tips in mind about continuing to be safe and well. And hopefully I will be on tomorrow with with another Vlogmas video. Okay, so good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.